Hey guys, it's Tahjá. Welcome back to my channel. So before I get started, I do want to apologize if you hear noise in the background. I am sitting with my window open, so if you hear cars racing by, I do apologize in advance. Let's just get into the video. As you can see by the title, I left EXP after a month. I left my brokerage and I'm really happy that I went through that experience. And again, with me having this series, Life After License, I'm just going through this and telling you guys what I'm experiencing and what you guys should expect once you get your real estate license. So I didn't do much research on what to look for in a brokerage. So whenever I got to my team on EXP, I didn't really see that the team actually offered me the things I needed as a new agent. As a new agent, of course, we all know getting a real estate license, they tell us everything you learn during this process you're gonna have to forget and you're gonna have to retrain, and that's exactly what happened. And I didn't see that the team that I was on actually offered the training and the structure that I needed. So it could have very well been other teams available within EXP that would have helped me, but I wasn't really aware of those other teams. And also the person that I had as my mentor, I didn't want them to be getting any of the deals that I was getting moving forward, just because I know that EXP, they are recruiters in a way, and you don't have to sign up under anyone. I mean, I don't want anyone to think that, because I was under the impression that you had to, until I actually got to the point of signing up for EXP. It was told to me before I actually put his name on there that I didn't have to. I would have just preferred the person who referred me to EXP to maybe be a little more transparent with me and what he will be getting from me and my deals. So yeah, it was a bummer. So I'm not saying EXP was bad as a whole, it was just the team that I was on. There was another team I was interested in joining within EXP, but unfortunately, since I'm still doing real estate part-time and I do have a full-time job, I was required to train for about 4 weeks, and I wasn't able to go up there. Even though it's COVID, they didn't offer the trainings via Zoom, which I thought was crazy. But it is what it is. I would have really liked to join that team, honestly, but it's okay. Obviously it just wasn't for me. So now I'm on a new brokerage and I just knew exactly what to ask and like what they offered and stuff like that. So with me being a new agent, the things that I wanted may differ from other people. Some people, they want to get in and they just want to go. For me, I wanted to just make sure that I was like 100% knowledgeable so I can go in to these new relationships with these clients that I'll be building and just feeling as confident as possible. And I did want a more structured hands-on training. The brokerage I ended up joining is a smaller brokerage here in Texas called TD Realty, and their training program is actually insane. It's amazing, and they have a step-by-step process for 14 days where they send you emails and text messages for the first 14 days to just make sure that you have everything set up and that you just know where everything is and that you just have the correct access to everything, basically. I actually really appreciated it. They have trainers on deck. The lady that Miss Tanika, who owns TD Realty, she was also a part of EXP when she was a realtor before she was a broker, and I really like that because she kind of took some things from EXP and made it, into her way, and it's just an amazing experience that I've had so far in regards to the training process, and that's what I really wanted as a newer agent. There was other options as I was looking for other brokerages and interviewing the other brokers and brokerages and the trainers, and it gets pretty real, it gets pretty crazy. And I say that because of the commission split. So that's the first thing that you want to ask about is whenever you're joining a brokerage. How much money are you getting from my deals? Okay, so I know with EXP, I do believe that it was an 80-20. And then of course, if you have a mentor, I do believe they get like another 10% if I'm not mistaken. And then of like the first 3 deals or something like that, I don't really know. At my new brokerage here at TD Realty, it is 100% commission. The only thing that comes out of the commission is the E&O insurance. So it is pretty cool. I did interview with a luxury brokerage as well, where they actually gave you leads, and the commission split was like 70-30, I believe. And I understood that since they were feeding leads, but the leads that I would bring to the table, they were also getting 30% of those deals as well, which I thought was pretty crazy because, you know, those were leads that I worked for myself. I didn't really understand why I needed to split those deals. And then, or it could have been 60-40, it was one of the two. And then the training program, they didn't really have the training that I really wanted going into real estate as a new agent. So, you know, if they had a more vigorous and structured training program, I probably would have joined, just because the leads were going to be fed. You know, a lot of people aren't wanting to do like a huge commission split, but I just look at it as, you know, it's money that I'm not already making, so why not? And then at the end of the day, you can always leave the brokerage and, you know, go to another team, another brokerage anytime. So, you know, that money you can save up and go to another brokerage that maybe isn't or doesn't have such a high commission split, and then you can be saving money and using the money you were making to buy your own leads. Here at TD Realty, I'm not getting any leads from them, so I am having to invest in my own leads. So I'm going to be making a video on how that's been going for me. I want to give it another month or two so that I can give a really good review for you guys, because it's not a lot of videos on here with purchasing leads. It's actually really draining, and it's actually really stressful for me because I didn't really budget that into the beginning of my new career as an agent. So I would say also ask your brokerage, are they going to be feeding you guys leads? And if so, if they're also going to be splitting even more of a commission off of those leads that you're going to be getting from them. So another thing that was really important to me about choosing a brokerage was the culture. With EXP, it was a lot of African Americans on my team, which I really liked because I was really able to relate to everyone there. It was very family oriented, but I can tell a little bit it was some favorites on there. But you know, that's everywhere you go. I really like that though. I like the culture there with the team that I was on with EXP. Here at TD Realty, I'm obsessed with the culture. It's highly family oriented. Again, they have the hands-on trainers, and they're not really like employees. Like, everyone is like friends and family. I know we have Motivational Mondays, these meetings, and they sit and they talk. Like, we had one this morning, and I'm actually really motivated to just keep going because it has been a little discouraging. But with them having those Motivational Mondays, just speaking and giving Bible scriptures and speaking words of affirmations and, you know, positivity into you and your brand, and, you know, just giving you hope, I really, really love that. So I like how everyone is really in tune with everybody. It's like no one's better than anyone here. You know, they're not separating anyone by their tax bracket. So I really love the culture. And whenever I got a part of the team, I got a written letter to me, mailed to me, and, you know, just by them taking their time out of their day and like making that a part of the routine of welcoming someone, I really appreciated that. Because I am a more family, personal oriented person. So being a part of a brokerage, I feel like it complements me as a person. It's easier to work there with them or here with them. So you can decide to be an independent agent, or you can work with a team. So I know EXP, they did offer that. You can sign up as an independent agent and you can go and do your thing and, you know, whatever you wanted to do under EXP. Or you can also sign up under a team. So I did decide to, of course, sign up under a team since I am a new agent. I wanted to make those connections with the agents and just have people to talk to and get advice and stuff like that, and just, you know, be a part of a collective. So you do have that opportunity as well. So if that's something you want to do, it is out there for you. Another thing to look for, I kind of feel like it goes back to training, the support that they give you. EXP, you know, the team that I was on, they offered support. It wasn't as structured as I wanted it to be, or you know, as I feel like I needed to be as a new agent. I feel like if you were not a new agent, maybe you've been in it for about 6 months to a year, and you were making your own sales. And you were making your own sales already, it would have been perfect for you. But again, just as a new agent, I kind of was needing a little more attention. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. So yeah, overall, just with me getting into real estate, you guys, like, it's hard. I would say it is very hard, but just don't be discouraged. If I would have told myself something at the beginning of all of this, it's like starting up a business. You know, you're gonna have to find clientele, you're gonna have to market, you're gonna have a budget to do both of those. And for me, I was like, for a long time, I had to see that it was definitely a humbling process. Like, I wasn't gonna get into this and just go right to making deals and making sales. So it has been a little discouraging, but I don't want you guys to stay discouraged. If you have a moment of weakness, be like, okay, but just know that you got it. Just know that you're not alone. A lot of you guys have been reaching out to me via social media, like on my Instagram DMs and asking me extra questions, and I've been responding to everybody. So, you know, again, as I go along this journey, I definitely want to make sure that I'm being as transparent as possible and just giving off information that you may be looking for, because I had no idea what to do whenever looking for a brokerage, or questions to ask, or, you know, exactly what I needed to cater to me and my needs, because you're interviewing these brokers, you know, these brokerages. These are places that they're wanting you to join. They're wanting you, you know, to make sales with them, you know, before you get your license. And if you're in the process of getting your license, seek out a mentor, seek out someone that you trust, and you know that you're not going to mind splitting commissions with moving forward if that's something that they require, because they may, for training you and, you know, really being, you know, your confidant in a way. So it's just a lot of steps that you can take before becoming an agent. Look at brokerages now, I would say. I was more familiar with EXP before I got my license, so that's kind of why I jumped into it. I interviewed a couple of mentors. You know, it's all a learning process, and I'm happy that I'm going through it, because I can now share you guys what I'm going through, and hopefully there's someone who's like me that's looking for this information, and I just hope that it helps someone. So that pretty much concludes the video for today. If there's anything that I didn't touch on, leave them in the comments below. I can't wait to make the next video. I'm really excited to get into the leads, but I just really need to see how this is gonna go for me, and, you know, really give you guys the best advice whenever it comes to these, because my mind was all over the place. But again, there are brokerages out there that, you know, gives leads. And even if you look on like Jobs Indeed or Monster Jobs or whatever, there's brokerages that list themselves on there. So if you're not familiar with the brokerages in your area, you can definitely go on to like those job sites, and the brokerages are up there, and they list what they offer, what they don't offer, what they require, that they're, you know, they prefer you to be a little bit longer in the game, and they may not have that training program that you want. So yeah, just be super mindful whenever you're finding a brokerage, because you're literally finding a home for yourself in this business. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Again, my name is Tahjá. Follow me on social medias, Tahjá Serene. And you know, I'm just excited to start this journey with you all. So have a great day, stay encouraged, and be blessed.